Nope. 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 Hello everyone, my name is Inconceivable and welcome back to World of Farming. Damage. This is My Little Pony playing in this entire Action 10. This was actually before it got buffed last patch. And this game is pretty much going to be just continuous shooting. Shooting, firing, and kaboom of the gun. Playing on live oaks, dip or die, let's go. Easy game, easy life. His team has got a bit of an advantage in XVM rated players, but that means jack shit sometimes, as your team might be overconfident and then they think, oh, easy win, let's go. And then they all die because they're like, oh, I just show my sight to a Jaeger, he won't have the skills to pen me. And then Amaraxio, and you'll be crying in your garage screaming, hacker, cheater, this game. I'll probably have to censor this. Anyway, I had a different intro planned. I had an intro planned pretty much showing why I kind of stopped playing World of Tanks, and this new intro still kind of shows why I stopped kind of playing World of Tanks. I stopped playing World of Tanks recently for two reasons. One of them being the beautiful but slightly touchy uncle called RNG. Wargaming still thinks it's a good plan to have plus minus 25% RNG in firing shots and in damage rolls. So this means that if you fired something that's stationary and you're fully aimed, it still has a chance to miss, which is complete and utter poop shit. And the second thing is, for example, you have 750 alpha, right? And then the enemy has, let's say, 780 health. You might roll high and kill him, you might roll for 580 and he'll still have 200 health left, and then he can put a shot into you and your teammate and then changing the whole game. But then there's the thing, well, you're like, yeah, no, that wasn't even a guaranteed kill, right? It's okay that he kind of survived because I had to roll high, that happens, or it doesn't happen. But if, for example, he had 680 health and you have 750 alpha and you roll for 580, that's when I think, you know what, game, you can go and sit on a cactus and really wiggle it about, for the sole reason that that was a kill. I have 750 alpha, he has 680 health. In what universe is that not a kill? And then you roll for 580 because plus and minus 25% RNG. Now this is pretty much me complaining that, oh Phil, RNG's been in the game since its launch. Yeah, it's been in the game since launch. But the thing is, lately it just feels like that RNG just is always negative. It might be my perception of it all. I mean, maybe. I've been playing the T95 quite a lot. And then, you know, the T95, pretty much a heavy bunker. It has 3 weak spots, 2 cupolas in the lower plate. Lower plate, if you angle it a bit, is very strong. Cupolas, if you move, they're difficult to hit. And then you have a tortoise sniping your cupola 4 times in a row from 400 meters distance and rolling above 400 every single time. And you cannot hit his entire front because RNG exists really to piss you off. And that was me showing that in what was supposed to be today's intro, but I couldn't because Wargaming, ladies and gentlemen, decided to today put out the patch for tomorrow's Leviathan game mode for Halloween, which means it broke all of the replays that happened before today, because Wargaming cannot add something without breaking 4 different other things. They're like kind of like Windows. You have a new Windows install, Windows 10 comes out, and then they break 14 things that worked in Windows 8. Then again, they brought Windows 8 out and they broke 70 trillion things that worked in Windows 7, so that doesn't even matter. Eventually they'll fix it all. But by Wargaming standards, that means that those replays are lost forever, and unless you knew that they were going to break and you had a backup of the replays, which pretty much no one does anyway. Anyway, the Wargaming Leviathan game mode. I don't know what to think about it, if I'm really honest. I have no clue what it's really going to be about. PvE, PvP, kill things, get rewards, loot boxes that you don't pay for, but reward earned. So Wargaming is working towards maybe adding loot boxes to World of Tanks, microtransactions, you know, apart from the premium time, and the premium tanks are coming to World of Tanks, it seems, because they're working towards them. Nothing wrong with it, as long as it's like purely cosmetical or like only benefits you and not your entire team, or makes it pay to win. Loot boxes that give you gold, that give you premium time, that give you I don't know, credits, that kind of stuff. Not loot boxes that give you OP premium tanks like the Defender. That'd be OP if you can enter those. Like they did with Christmas last year, you could like win the Liberté. The Liberté is not per se an OP premium tank, but it's kind of annoying to fight against if you're tier 6 or 7 and you have the front of it. Where was I? Oh yeah, My Little Pony playing the Saturn Action 10 on Live Oaks. It's a hell of a game so far, isn't it? He's done 6.6k damage so far, and there's more than enough enemies left to make this an easy 8, maybe 9k game if we continue like this. Now, if you are actually subscribed to this channel and you care about what I actually slap out onto YouTube, you notice that there was no video on Tuesday, where there's usually a marking mission video or something else. The reason for that is I'm severely disappointed in YouTube. Demotivated to make videos for YouTube. Not only because there's certain things happening in my life right now that I'm not quite too happy with, but also that YouTube still has this really shit bot that flags your videos. Right, listen to this. Flags your videos for not advertiser friendly. So that means there's no ad revenue coming out of your video. Not that I will make a lot of ad revenue anyway out of these videos, because I mean I get like 700 on a good day views on a video, which is equivalent to maybe 0.25 of a cent. But what YouTube now has done is they'll flag my video for not advertiser friendly for 3 days, and after that it's normally monetized. Now there's still a couple of videos that are still not advertiser friendly. For example, the Dublin vlog. I don't know why. Probably because there was a dog drooling in that video, and YouTube is like, no, that's sexual, can't have that. But they'll flag my video, every single video I uploaded now, for 3 days not advertiser friendly, which means there's no ad revenue coming in. And then after those 3 days, after all the industry views have like come and gone, that's when they make them monetized again. So YouTube can also suck a fat cactus. So all in all, I'm quite demotivated to make YouTube videos because YouTube is a pile of dicks, and I'm quite demotivated to play World of Tanks because Wargaming and World of Tanks are a pile of dicks. Which means that I have turned quite homosexual because I'm surrounded by piles of dicks, left, right and center. I mean, look at this. See that shot just hit the ground just behind the Jaeger. That should have been like an easy hit into his back, but it's okay because My Little Pony actually tracks him, having done around 9k damage so far. He might hit the 10k, but then he bounces off of the ass of the Jaeger again, which means that he will not hit 10k because the Jaeger gets killed before he gets the chance. You know what? Let's play a bit more of a relaxing game. A game where we will go to the moon. Let's find a command module. We'll have to put people on the moon, don't we? Mark II. I haven't played this game in years, by the way, so I've got no clue what I'm doing. Yeah, it's a bit too big. This will fit better. Bam! This is going to put us on the moon. Need batteries, because you don't want to be stuck without a phone in space, do you? Pretty much the same with a rocket. Put something on to charge the batteries for our mobile plane, truck. Put landers on, because we don't want to land on the engine on the moon. That'd be bad. Bam! This is our rocket. This is what's going to put us on the moon. Eventually, hopefully. Let's have a look. Full power. Anything else? No, let's go! Let's put this puppy into space. First flight. Haven't played this in years. Got no clue what I'm doing. But it's flying. And it's flying fast. Easy roll. Pitch roll. Let's go. I'm a bit on fire, but that's fine. Let's have a look. There's the moon. That's where we're going. This is my fiery rocket. It's dildo in space. Let's go. Apu-ap. 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 Has to be around 100 kilometers, 100,000 kilometers. I don't know. We're going to make sure we're going to get into orbit. Orbiting is very important. Otherwise, we'll just fall back into Earth, and we don't want that shit. Let's head into orbit. A bit of fire added, you know, for special effects. A bit more, maybe a bit more to get into orbit. I mean, we're not gonna go anywhere. Come on, Phil, a bit more. Let's go. That's the stuff we want. We're getting into orbit now. On top of that is the moon. We're not going to go there yet because right now we'll probably end up in an orbit around Jupiter if we head on and continue this heading, or we'll crash back onto Earth because we don't have enough fuel to actually get into orbit because we have to like actually stage now. And goodbye. A bit more. A bit more. Full power, that's a bit more. That's what will bring us into space. Goodbye, previous stage. You'll fall back into Earth, probably. I think. Maybe. That bit of Earth space debris is okay, though. And orbit achieved. Now, let's have a look, shall we? This is the dark side of Earth, commonly known as Africa. Wow, that was such a racist joke. Oh shit. Let's have a look. Let's just ignore it. Sunrise over Earth, or whatever it is. Kerbal is not an actual Earth, so I didn't say anything racist, did I? Maybe a bit? Oh, maybe we should test out the gear. Testing out the gear is very important. We don't want to, you know, arrive on the moon and see that our gear doesn't work. We don't want to land on the engine. That'd be bad for the engine. We might want to come back to Earth. And, well, let's have a look. A bit more. Yeah, that'll bring us back to the moon. Goodbye, Earth. That's our destination now. Yeah, that was Earth. That purple line is if we miss the moon, we'll be shot in an orbit around the sun, which we might want to do one day. Oh, yes. Let's see. We're getting so close. We're gonna start our burn to maybe lose a bit of speed. Oh, look, there's the shadow. We're gonna slow down a bit more. We don't want to land on this stage. We're gonna dump this stage and now fire up the engine and actually slow down. Fire up the engine and slow down. Engine? Fire up the engine? Manually fire up the engine? No, that's shut down. No, shit. Okay, gear, please something.